mini episode just because, if I'm being totally honest with myself, when I think of me and pop culture and taking it in, I do think of RuPaul's Drag Race. That is just reality, and to not talk about it just feels crazy. So, of course, we are currently in RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 5 with honestly like a pretty exciting cast. When it was announced, I was very excited. So, unless you've been living under a rock, the contestants are Alexis Mateo from season 3, where she placed third, and All Stars 1, where she came in fifth slash sixth place, however you want to think about it. We have Blair St. Clair from season 10, who came in ninth place. We have India Farah, who I must admit, very, very shocked. When your most famous thing is that you were picked up on the runway, I mean, I don't expect to see you again. But she did come in 10th place on her season. Then we have Juju B, who I was so excited for, because I love Juju B, and I didn't think we would ever get her again. She was from season 2, where she came in third, and All Stars 1 also, where she came in third slash fourth place, however you want to think about it. Then we have Mayhem Miller, season 10, 10th place. Ms. Cracker, so excited, season 10 also, came in 5th place. Then we have Shea Coulee, who is just going to win from season 9, who came in 3rd slash 4th place. I mean, she should have won, just to be real. She should have won. And then rose petals. Like, she had no idea. And also, I've heard tea that her costume she was supposed to wear got lost at the airport on the way to LA. So she had to put that look together with, I can't remember the designer, but some designer, and put that together in, I think, maybe a day, a couple of days. It was very, very fast. So it just kind of sucks. I mean, granted, I think she was probably going to lose with the whole gag of the rose petals no matter what, but we'll never know. We'll never know. And then we have Mariah Paris Balenciaga from season 3, came in ninth place. Angina from season 1, all the way from the beginning, who came in 5th place. And then also Britney Spears, Derek Barry, season 8, 5th place. That's fine. But, I was excited for this group. And honestly, it's been a pretty good season so far. First thing, we actually get untucked for the first time since All Stars 1, which don't even try to explain to me how they haven't had untucked the past couple of years. Especially, can you believe there was not an untucked for All Stars 2? Like, truly insane, insane. But lately, what they've been doing is they just show them backstage during the regular episode a lot more. So now we just get both. We just get more information. But I don't know. It's been a pretty good season so far. The first episode, India Farah randomly won. I mean, no one was expecting that. And she got to lip sync against Evie Oddly and be completely obliterated by Evie Oddly, who is still undefeated. She is, at this moment, still an undefeated lip sync assassin. And she sent Derek Barry home. Mayhem is also in the bottom. I do not agree with that. I think it should have been Angina and Derek, honestly, because I didn't like Mayhem's, because she did this like lip sync number, but it was a mess, and you couldn't understand her words for most of it. But at least started strong. Whereas, God bless Derek Barry, it was a mess from start to finish. It was uncomfortable. I covered my mouth in shock. It was just too much. And then the second week, I'm just catching up because we're so many episodes in. Shea Coulee won episode 2. Of course, she lip synced against Alyssa Edwards, who is usually like Miss Lip Sync Assassin. But somehow she was just kind of whatever. Not a single shablam. Not a shablam in sight. I saw a high kick. That was about it. That week they sent Angina home, and I cannot really complain about that because I was so excited for Angina to come back. I've been looking forward to her being on All Stars since the very beginning. I know there's been lots of behind the scenes drama for why it's taken so long, but she finally got on, and I thought she would do better. I really did. But I also thought about how she's from a really early season, namely the first one, and it's a completely different show. I mean, literally the prize money is I think the first season they got 20,000. Was it 20,000 or 15,000? It was very, yeah, it was not a lot. And now it's like, if let's say it was 10,000, it's like, 10 times that. So it's crazy. But I don't know. It was nice to have her. It's nice to have some time, but she just seemed very uncomfortable and not very confident. That she had vocal issues. So, it just sadly was unfortunate but it, I guess it is what it is. Granted, I would have sent home India Farah because at least on Gina, I was still interested in what she was doing, even though I didn't love her look in the number. But India, I was indifferent to her, and I wasn't focused on her during her verse. Like, I at least looked at Angina the whole time she was doing her verse. I was looking over at Jujubee, Miss Star Jujubee, all during India's verse. So, but unfortunately, Angina went home, and then this past week, here we go. Jujubee finally won a challenge. This is her third time on the show. She has somehow never. She's made it, by the way, to the final three every single time she's competed so far, but without ever winning a challenge. And if that's not fierce, I don't know what is. So it was exciting for her to finally get a challenge win. And then Monet Exchange, love, was the lip sync assassin. And she kind of whooped Juju's ass. I was thinking it was going to be a real, competition, but no, I'm sorry. It was all Monet. They lip synced to Juice by Lizzo. I mean, come on. And this is where I riot. So the bottom three were India Farah, Mariah Paris Balenciaga, and Shea Coulee. Now, first of all, Shea Coulee should not have been there. That is insane. True insanity. For whatever reason, I guess though they wanted to have the drama of having her be in the bottom, and so the audience would be on the edge of their seat, wondering, "Oh my God!" But the thing is, with this show, they have disappointed us as far as winners as a fandom. Two All Stars in a row, because they're famously All Stars 3, Shangela or Benjla Krem should have won the season, but then Benjla Krem cut herself out, and then the Queens, for whatever reason, had decided to hold a grudge on Shangela Laquifa Wadley and sent her home. And then All Stars 4, it was very clearly turning out to be Manila's season, and I'm a Manila stan. I love Manila. She is for sure like top 3 favorite queens of the entire show to me. So I was very excited about her winning All Stars 4 from what I thought was going to happen. Because I thought, one, she deserves it. But two, she is like an old school all star. Like, she's not from one of the newer seasons. She's from season 3. So I was really loving the idea of the fandom having her as a winner because I like when the fans connect back to the early seasons because I feel like a lot of these newer younger fans they love the show and that's great, but if you list any queen before season 5 and they have no idea who you're talking about unless it's like Latrice or like I don't know, like I guess BB at this point, and so it just would have been nice. But then I'm not mad at anyone. I know a lot of people were mad at Naomi Smalls for sending her home. Naomi was just playing a game. She was there to win, and she knew that if she sent her home, she had a better chance of winning because she knew if Manila was there, she just pretty much was not going to win. Because I will say, if Naomi had just slayed the finale episode, she definitely would have been an underdog winner. But they could have edited together a version of her winning that show. But then she just kind of fell a little flat for me personally in the finale. So we got our double win, her Monet and Trinity win, which was so clearly not planned because they did not film a version of them tying. They had to edit together their separate, because I don't know if everyone knows this, but on Drag Race, they record multiple crownings in the finale so that it can't get leaked who the winner is. But they didn't even, and sometimes they have actually filmed versions of there being a tie. They did not even film a tie. They just they put like their two footages together. It was just bizarre. But so this season, my thing with Shea Coulee, to circle back to what I was even talking about, I feel like if she doesn't win this season, the fans are just gonna riot and they're gonna start being just pissed off at All Stars. And it's gonna start getting to a point where we say, listen, you need to stop making it be up to the girls who goes home because it's not fair, because it's too much pressure and they don't. Here's the thing, they can control the narrative better if the judges controlled it. I just my perfect. I had heard a rumor this was going to be the format this season. I heard the format was going to change. I had heard that the format change was going to be this, which it's not, which I wish it was. I heard that every week there was going to be one winner. So that was right. There was one winner for each week's challenge. But I heard that it was going to be the winner, instead of doing any sort of lip syncing, just wins a prize. Cool. Congratulations, you win the challenge. But then they get to choose who of the bottom three doesn't have to lip sync. And then the bottom two would just lip sync for their life the way they usually would. And that I like better because, one, the judges get to decide who they think won, obviously. So they are in control in that way. And also, it gives the queen some power, because if, say, you're a queen, you're an all-stars, you're so excited to be there, you do not want to go home, and then you just get eliminated. You had no power. You had nothing that you could do. You had to just sit there and wait to see if you get sent home. And I think what makes the regular season so powerful are the lip sync for your life, because there's so much drama. There's so much drama. But they say, even the room, contestants have talked about how there is a lot of drama in the room. It's yes, you ultimately know at the end of the day, it's not going to be life or death for your career, but it is a big moment. You've wanted to get there. You want to win. Everyone who goes there wants to win the show. And a lot of time, you go home before you feel ready. Sometimes queens are lucky to be more in the headspace of knowing it was their time, but for everyone else, they want to fight. And at least if you go home and you lip synced, it might be worse in a way because you just beat yourself up, but at least you had a chance, and it just wasn't your day. But if you don't even get to lip sync, you're just sent home from someone. You just wait in a chair until someone either says your name or doesn't, and then you either go home or you don't. It's very powerless, which feels weird for they're all stars. Why are you treating them so horrible? I don't know. So yeah, happy for Juju. They did send home Mariah Paris Balenciaga this week. I was not happy about that. I was really enjoying her. I forgot how much I enjoyed her until she was on this season, and she has such an air about her of, old school drag, but not in a way that feels stuffy or boring. It just feels really entrenched in this legacy. I love her vibe. And I was more interested to see more from her than I was from, like, India Farah. I don't mean to feel like I'm just shitting on India Farah, but I feel like we got a really exciting moment from her in the premiere when she did so well in the first challenge, and there was definite drama from having her send home Derek Barry because they hate each other. But after that, there really hasn't been anything else super interesting with her, Like, she's kind of just there. I'm never really pumped to see what she does in any of the challenges, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just excited to see her go. If it was up to me, I would say she goes home next for sure. And my predicted top four at this point, I feel like I'm pretty solid in this. I'm thinking it's going to be Shea Coulee, Jujubee, Alexis Mateo. Well, actually, yeah, I'll say Alexis Mateo, and then I'm gonna say Ms. Cracker. Part of me wants to say Blair St. Clair, but I just have a feeling that Cracker's going to go a little further. Just in all of her promo for the season, she seems really happy and at peace, which doesn't necessarily, I guess, mean she goes to the finale, but she just seemed much more bubbly and excited about the process. So that's my four. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. I famously, I think it was season 10, my predicted top four was Dusty Ray Bottoms, Yua Hamasaki, Ms. Cracker, and I think I did say Monet Exchange. Yes, I was 4 for 4. Completely wrong. I just go with my heart. I go with what my initial reaction tells me, just mostly to see how far things go off track from where I thought they were going to go. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this little mini episode, just me rambling about Drag Race. You can either listen to these or not listen to these. I'll probably just do one of these every Sunday after I watch a new episode, and if there's anything else interesting in pop culture that came up in the weekend, then maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll give someone a call. But yeah, like, give me feedback. Feel free to DM me on Instagram. It's at In Another World Pod. Thank you so much to all of the new listeners and new followers that I've met. I've been really networking with so many people in the podcasting community over the weekend, and it's been so much fun and really eye-opening. You don't think about how many people are making shows all over the world. I joined a couple of groups on Facebook also, and I just posted, hey, I want to meet some LGBTQIA podcasters. Hit me up if you want to, and instantly had 50 comments. I followed so many new shows. I have so many new podcasts in my Apple Podcasts. I do promise to everyone who I said I would listen to their shows, I absolutely mean it. Just, give me a second. I will eventually get through all of them. But it's been really fun. So thank you so much to the new people for the new follows, the new listens. I'm excited to keep pumping out the material. Episode 2 will be coming out this week. I did have to send the audio to a audio specialist because we tried a new recording setup because everyone was recording in the same room. And it seemed, at first, I tested the audio and everything seemed like it was going to be fine. And then when I played it back, it just had issues. So this is all still a learning process. And I hope to just keep getting better and quality to keep going up for you guys so that it doesn't sound like I'm recording in a fish tank. So I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. And I'm excited for you to hear the new episode this week. Have a good day. Bye.